Hello everybody, welcome back to Yoga with Jenna. Today, part of our 30-day Feel Better Yoga Challenge, we'll be focusing on our third eye chakra. Our third eye chakra sits right between our eyebrows and it is associated with our intuition. It allows us to discern when we feel aligned with something and also allows us to discern when we're feeling out of alignment so that we can exit things sooner, really helping to ease suffering. I know when I've been in situations where I felt out of alignment, I've tended in the past to kind of stay longer than I thought I should. And ultimately, looking back later, I can say, wow, why did I stay so long at that job, that relationship, or whatever it is? So part of this practice of yoga isn't just what happens on these four corners of our mat, but also how we can take these lessons and these skills out into our day-to-day life. And really learning to practice the yoga off the mat leads to these really incredible changes through our life. Make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel so you never miss another video, and you continue along with me to attune this discernment to get better and better over time, to create the kinds of life that we want. So today we're going to be focusing on aligning our third eye chakra with these different postures. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to begin in a child's pose. So let's find hands and knees position. Also, I have my beautiful assistant, Layla, today. You okay, Moomies? Sit back onto your heels, walk the hands forward, and we'll actually drop the third eye right down into the ground. Start to rock your forehead side to side. And the color of the third eye center is our indigo, or our purple. You can imagine a little purple light right there between your eyebrows. Take a full deep breath in, and a deep exhale. And then slowly we'll start to make our way up onto our hands and our knees position. Close your knees in a bit, walk your hands in, and we'll come to a variation of cat-cow today. So we'll look over your right shoulder. I'm going to face this way just for a moment so you can see what I mean. And you'll step the right foot out to the right with the toes pointing straight in the same direction of your head. And we'll take 3 cat-cows like this. So we'll inhale, drop the belly and look forward. Exhale, round, pressing your hands down, let the head relax. And breathe in. As you lift the tailbone and look forward, feel that stretch through the inner thigh. Exhale to round, pushing the hands firmly into the floor. One last time. Breathe in. And breathe out. Stay moved. Good girl. And then come back into a neutral tabletop, and we'll bring both your knees back down together. And then we'll take that right onto the other side. Step your left foot out to the left, toes pointing same direction your head is facing, and take 3 cat-cows like that. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathe in and exhale. One last time together. Breathe in and exhale. Come back into neutral. Bring your 2 knees in together and just take a little sway left and right. And then from here, we're going to come into a downward facing dog. So tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back. I'm truly becoming one with nature here. Pedal out your feet, shake your head left and right. Press your palms really firmly into the ground, grounding all 10 of your fingers equally into the mat, and then lift just your right leg up to the sky. Turn your toes to point towards the right side, bend your knee, and take 3 hip circles in one direction, and then switch the direction the other way. Slow that down, straighten the right knee. We're coming into pigeon pose. Bring the knee in towards your right wrist. Drop your shin. Tuck your back toes, scoot your back knee back. Got a big military helicopter flying overhead. Here in Austin, we're very close to a couple military bases, so often we see fighter jets, military helicopters going over. It's pretty cool. Once you have that knee in front of you, the hip is a little bit more in than your knee, so knee is wider than your hip. Drop down onto your forearms into our pigeon pose. If you're able to, you might drop your forehead down onto your hands stacked and connecting that third eye down onto your either mat or onto your palms. Connecting again to that center of intuition. And often we talk about our intuition, at least in the English language, as trusting our gut. And so learning to trust our nervous system response when it's telling us those signals of this is the right fit for me or something feels off about this. And using that in these postures for when you need to exit sooner versus when something might be uncomfortable but be beneficial actually for our growth. Take 3 more breaths here, softening the hips down. And then slowly walk back up onto your hands. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee up, and come back to one-legged down dog with the right leg in the air. Turn the toes to the right again, bend the knee, take those big hip circles in the air. Maybe just kick the leg, releasing that blood flow back down your thigh. And then step your 2 feet down again to down dog. Press firmly through your hands and then lift your left leg up. Turn your toes to the left, bend the knee. Take a couple of big knee circles in one direction, loosening up that hip. And then switch the direction the other way. And then straighten the knee, take a breath in, pigeon pose on the left. Draw the knee in, drop your knees down. You want that knee aligned a little bit wider than your hip, and then eventually lower down onto your elbows. You can either stack your hands underneath your head, or maybe your forehead comes all the way down to the floor. And deepening the breath. And deepening that connection to this present moment, feeling in your body, where is the deepest sensation of stretch you're feeling? And then notice where you might feel something a little bit more subtle. Perhaps the feeling of your forearms against the ground or the top of your back foot. Let's take 3 more breaths. And one at a time, start to press back up onto your hands. Tuck your back toes to lift your back knee, come back to one-legged down dog. And taking a couple of knee circles again, shaking out the leg in the air. And then stepping your 2 feet back into your downward facing dog. Then let's bring both your knees down to the ground and come to a seat facing the front of your mat. I'm gonna face in this direction today. And then once you're seated, we'll bend your right knee in and take the right knee out wide. Bring the sole of your right foot onto your inner thigh there. Flex your left toes up towards the sky and turn your shoulders to face your left leg. Take a breath in, reach the arms up, and exhale, hinge, reaching for your foot. If you can't reach the foot, you can hold wherever you can reach. You can hold on to the ankle, you can hold on to a strap if you have one around the sole of your foot. Let your head drop down towards your knee. And connecting now that third eye toward your kneecap, rounding through the upper back. Feel a softening through the shoulders and through your jaw, keeping that awareness right at the point between your eyebrows. One more breath. And then start to slowly walk your hands back up to a seated position. Now let's lean back into your right hand, reach your left arm up towards the sky, and then lift your hips off the ground, arch the back, and reach towards the back. Take a big breath in our stargazer. And then exhale, lower the hips all the way down. And we'll switch out the legs now. Straighten out your right knee. Draw the left foot onto the inside of your right thigh, and almost like a seated tree pose is what it looks like. Bring the hands to frame your right leg. Walk forward and down. And you might be able to hold on to the foot, but hold on to wherever you can. Let the head drop down towards your knee. And sometimes it can feel grounding actually to bend the knee up to your head and rest your third eye on there. Again, cultivating that connection of your third eye to some part of your body, whether it's just imagining it dropping down or actually physically connecting it onto your knee. There's a rounded shape through the spine as you drop the head towards your kneecap. Take a couple deep breaths here into the back of your lungs. One more deep breath. And slowly roll yourself back upright. Now for our final posture today, we'll come into a wide-legged straddle seat. So I'll face you here. Take your feet as wide apart as you can. Bring the hands down in front of you. Start to lean a little bit forward. And from here, you might be able to keep the hands down, just hinge and then relax. You might be able to walk your forearms down. Maybe you stack your fists to connect again, that third eye down onto something. For some of you very flexible folks, you might be able to get your third eye all the way down to the ground. And trusting your intuition, trusting your gut. Know that if something doesn't align for you, it doesn't make it wrong, that it might be right for somebody else. We're trying to follow the path that is meant for us and lead our most happiest life, our most authentic life. About 3 more breaths. And start to lift your head up. Walk your hands down if they're not, and use your hands to assist your legs back into a cross-legged seat. Place your palms together against each other. Bring the thumbs right to your third eye center and close your eyes. Cultivating some peace in your thoughts, peace in your mind. Now place the thumbs right at your lips, cultivating peace in your words. And then the thumbs in front of the heart for peace in our hearts. Now take a big breath in. And as you exhale, bow your third eye to your heart. And thank you so much for practicing with me today. Make sure that you comment down below. Let me know how this practice felt in your body. Excuse me. Let me know anything else you'd like to see on your mat. And make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel so that you never miss an upload. We're so happy to have you here, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.